Hello guys, how are you? Today we are talking about how to use past progressive tense. The past continuous is also called the past progressive. Here's how to form it. First, you need the auxiliary verb be at the past tense. So I was, you were, he was, and so on. And then you add a base verb plus ing. For example, work plus ing, working. So all put together, it becomes I was working, you were working, he was working. The main use of the past continuous or progressive is quite simple. Here it is. It is used to show an action in progress at a specific time in the past. Okay, for example, I was working. And here's your diagram. In the past, the action started, but the action is an ongoing action. So it's a long action. I was working. It's not a short action. Working takes a long time. I was working, and then at a specific time in the past, I was in the middle of doing that action. The past continuous or progressive has many other uses too. The past continuous has 5 different uses. So here they are. And let's take each one of those one by one and let's take a look at them. The first one, we have already studied it a little bit, but here's an example. We were watching a movie at 8 p.m. last night. We were watching, that is the ongoing situation, at 8 p.m. last night. So 8 p.m. is a definite time. It's a specific time. And at that time, I started watching before and I'm still watching at 8 p.m. and I continue watching after 8 p.m. So we were watching a movie. Here's another example. What were you doing yesterday at 7 p.m.?
So you can use it also in a question form. What were you doing yesterday at 7 p.m.? I was making dinner. So I was making dinner. I started making dinner at 6:45 and I finished at 7:15. So at 7 p.m. I was making dinner. I was in the middle of making dinner. Number 2.
Interrupted actions. We have talked about this before. Here's an example. I was taking a shower when the phone rang. It was my mom. Right there. I was taking a shower. So this is the ongoing action, the long action, and then the phone rang. The phone rang is the simple past. So that's why I said we have studied it before, because when we studied the simple past, we studied that exact pattern. So remember, the long action is the past continuous action and the short action is at the simple past tense. Another example. She was going downstairs when she tripped and fell. Once again, the long action. She was going, ing, very long. She was going downstairs when she tripped and fell. These two short actions are both at the simple past because they come and they interrupt the long continuous action. Number 3, simultaneous actions. She was listening to music while she was cleaning the house. You see what it means now. It means that both actions are happening at the same time. And you see also that both actions are long actions. She was listening to music. Listening to music takes a lot of time. And she was cleaning the house at the same time, and that is also a long action. So you put both of them at the past continuous or the past progressive. Another example. Can you make the sentence? This one is pretty easy. You see the girl is eating and then the dogs are watching. You ready? What would you say? You would say, I was having lunch while my dogs were watching me. I was having lunch, long action, and my dogs were watching me, also long action, happening at the same time. Number 4, repeated annoying actions. This one is funny. Okay. I'm not surprised Joe and Tara broke up. They were constantly arguing. They argued many, 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 many times, so many times that it seemed to me like it was a continuous argument. So that's why they were constantly arguing. Another example. Linda was always gossiping about her coworkers. I'm glad she got fired. So she was gossiping many, many times in the past, so many times that it was annoying. And then it became like a continuous action. So that's why Linda was always gossiping. Number 5, polite requests. I was wondering if you could lend me $2,000. We have studied something similar for the simple past, right? But the first part of the sentence here, was wondering, is at the past continuous. But there is no graph because it doesn't really apply. Here's another one. I was thinking you might have some advice for me. Very polite. If you found the video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel.